Hello everyone, Cool family, like the video and subscribe to the channel to know everything about Barça. In this video, we have 3 very important pieces of news about our beloved club. Let's move on to the first one. Today, I bring you news that, while it may surprise some due to persistent rumors, satisfies many of us who wear the badge in our hearts and understand the philosophy of our club. It confirms that the board of directors and the technical staff of our Barça are making sensible decisions and thinking about long-term well-being. Finally, after weeks and months of speculation, our club has decided to reject the transfer of Marcus Rashford. Yes, Kules, the English forward, who belongs to Manchester United and has been loaned to Aston Villa, will not be part of the Blaugrana squad. Despite the player repeatedly hinting at his desire to wear our jersey and the English press considering his arrival at Spotify camp as very likely, the board of directors and the technical staff of Barça have decided that Marcus does not fit into their plans. The reason is clear and final. At this time, Barça is not ready to spend the €50 million demanded by the English for his services. This decision, as a Kuhl, seems absolutely correct to me, and I applaud the consistency of our club. We are living in a time where economic prudence is more than an option, it is an obligation. Our Barça, more than ever, needs financial stability to build a solid and sustainable sports project, a project that looks to the future and is not based on expensive transfers that mortgage our finances without a guarantee of success. The €50 million demanded by Manchester United for a player who, while talented, has not had the expected consistency lately and whose performances have been somewhat inconsistent, is an excessive amount for our current situation. This amount, Kules, is too precious to be risked in an operation that, while media-friendly, does not guarantee the sporting and economic return we need. It is a move that demonstrates intelligence and wisdom on the part of the board of directors and, of course, our technical staff led by Hansi Flick. The English press and part of the Spanish press had been adamant about placing Marcus Rashford at Spotify camp, talking about his speed, his dribbling ability, and his Premier League experience. However, those of us who closely follow the daily life of our club know that our attention must focus on other priorities. The economic situation of Barça remains a significant challenge, and every euro spent must be a strategic investment thought out to the millimeter, not an impulsive expense. The desire to come to Barça, many players may have it, and it is always a point in their favor, but talent must be accompanied by performances that justify the cost and, above all, an adaptation to our philosophy that goes beyond the individual. Let's analyze Rashford's situation, a forward who, although he has had remarkable peaks of form in the past, has shown irregularities in his last seasons, both at Manchester United and during his loan at Aston Villa. In a club like Barça, where the demand is maximum and performance must be constant, we need players who arrive and make a difference immediately, or young talents with immense potential and a much more affordable cost, allowing for progressive development. The €50 million for Rashford represent a huge opportunity cost. With this amount, our club could reinforce other positions that really need it or invest in young promises that better adapt to our game model and could have a greater resale value in the future. It is a matter of priorities and resource optimization. The decision by the management and technical staff to reject this operation demonstrates a clear vision and an unwavering commitment to the club's sustainability. This is fundamental in the phase we are going through. We cannot afford capricious transfers or those that represent an excessive financial risk. We must be smart in the market, looking for real opportunities and players who bring value without unbalancing our accounts. The arrival of Hansi Flick, with his pragmatism and German mentality, has probably influenced this decision. Flick looks for players who adapt to a system, who work as a team, and who understand intensity and discipline. The doubt about Rashford's adaptation to our style of play, based on possession and combinative play, may have been another determining factor. It is not just about bringing in a name, but about bringing in a player who fits into the team's gear and is ready to sacrifice for the collective. This decision not to recruit Marcus Rashford allows us, as Barça, to reaffirm our commitment to the club's philosophy, youth development, and a development model that has brought us so much joy. Instead of spending a fortune on a single player, we can continue to invest in the training of our own talents, those who feel the badge from childhood and understand the essence of what it means to be a Barça footballer. LAMINE is and must continue to be our main source of pride and top-level footballers. Every euro not spent on expensive and risky transfers can be used to improve our infrastructure, strengthen our lower categories, or attract more affordable and punctual reinforcements, but which offer a greater guarantee of success and adaptation. Furthermore, rejecting Rashford allows us to maintain flexibility in the market. If a real opportunity arose, A player who would truly make a difference and whose cost was affordable, we would have the economic margin to go for him. We cannot close the doors to other operations for one that did not fully convince us. It is a sign that the club prioritizes building a strong, balanced team with a future, rather than big names that sometimes generate more noise than performance. Wisdom has prevailed over media speculation, and this is excellent news for all Kules. Our club is doing things right, thinking about the future and stability, and that is what really matters. It is not about doubting Rashford's individual quality, which he has, but about understanding if his profile, cost, and recent performances align with Barca's current needs and possibilities. Now, Blaugrana family, I would like to hear your voice, your sincere opinion. What do you think about Barca's decision to reject the transfer of Marcus Rashford for €50 million? Do you think it is a sign of intelligence and economic prudence on the part of the management and technical staff, or do you think we missed an opportunity to strengthen the attack? Supporters are the heart of this club, and your opinion is fundamental. Leave your comments and let's make this debate another reason to feel the pride of being Kules. The second piece of news concerns an important decision in our club. Hold on tight, because the news coming from the offices of our beloved club is the kind that makes us dream big. While Olympique Lyonnais is experiencing true upheaval after a recent administrative relegation that shook the foundations of the French entity, plunging it into a deep crisis and forcing it into a painful restructuring, several of its most prominent figures are already preparing their bags. Amid this institutional disaster, one name resonates strongly in the corridors of our club and bears the mark of our new strategist, Hans Flick. We are talking about George Mikautadze. Yes, Kules, the Georgian striker, author of a simply remarkable season in terms of offensive statistics, has attracted the interest of several European teams, with Tottenham being particularly insistent. But the big news is that our coach, Hansi Flick, has expressly requested his transfer. It is a clear signal of the vision that Flick has for our attack and his commitment to excellence. The Georgian, at just 24 years old, has had a memorable campaign in France with 17 goals and 11 assists to his name. These figures are not only exceptional in their magnitude, but also in the context in which they were achieved. These statistics are spread across League One, the Europa League, and the Cup, demonstrating his ability to perform consistently in different competitions and under the pressure of a struggling club. His ability to combine notable physical power, an innate goal-scoring instinct that places him in the striking zone at the right moment, and a privileged game vision that allows him to assist his teammates with key passes, has made him an absolutely essential piece of Lions' attack. Despite the climate of institutional instability that the club has experienced, which could have affected the performance of any other footballer, his regularity in goals and assists, as well as demonstrated maturity in high-pressure situations, has placed him strongly on the radar of various European football clubs, particularly in the Premier League, where his profile perfectly matches the rhythm and physical and technical demands of the championship. But what fills us with enthusiasm, we the Kules at heart, is that Hansi Flick has placed him at the top of our priority list. It is a demonstration that the German coach is thinking of a versatile and highly offensive attack. Our Barca always seeks excellence, and in attack, the demand is maximum, because that is where matches are decided and titles that make us vibrate are won. Hans Flick's request for the transfer of George Mikautadze is an option that we must seriously evaluate and with enthusiasm that contagiously excites us all. Why is it considered that this would be a resounding success for our club and for the philosophy of play that identifies us? Let me explain in detail the reasons why this transfer would be a step forward for Barca. Firstly, Mikautadze's main calling card is his impressive goal and assist statistics. At Barca, we need players who bring concrete numbers, who are decisive in the final third of the field, who turn opportunities into realities. His innate instinct for goal, this ability to always be in the right place to finish, added to his skill in combining with his teammates in quick and fluid combinations, and his game vision for the final pass, make him a very complete striker, a modern striker who fits perfectly into our style. He is not just a pure finisher. He is a footballer who actively participates in the creation of offensive actions and who understands the attacking game in all its facets, something fundamental in our football of touch and movement. Secondly, and no less important, although his natural position is that of a central striker, Mikautadze has demonstrated remarkable versatility in attack, a quality highly appreciated by our new coach, Hansi Flick. He can play as a spearhead, as an offensive reference, but he has also performed effectively as a second striker, dropping to the side if the situation requires it, or even moving between the lines to disorganize the opposing defense and generate spaces for his teammates. This versatility is an invaluable asset for any coach, as it offers multiple tactical solutions and allows adaptation to different schemes and the changing needs of each match. In a team like ours, which competes on several very high-level fronts and with a maximum demand to win every trophy, the versatility of the players is key to maintaining competitiveness throughout the season and avoiding predictability. Thirdly, at just 24 years old, Mikautadze is already a consolidated reality in elite football, not a distant promise requiring years of development. However, what is most exciting for us Kules, who always look to the future and sporting sustainability, is that he still has considerable room for growth. His development in a club with the demands and level of Barça, surrounded by the best players in the world and under the tutelage of a coach like Hansi Flick, who knows how to maximize young talent, could lead him to exploit his full potential and become, without exaggeration, a world-reference striker. It would be a smart and calculated long-term investment that would bring us many joys in the future and ensure the generational renewal of our attack. Fourthly, having performed at such a high level with these numbers in a club with the institutional instability of LAMINE and having been the offensive beacon of his team in such adverse circumstances demonstrates impressive maturity and mental strength. This is crucial for a player who aspires to triumph at Barça, where the pressure is constant, the expectations are enormous, and the demand to win is maximum in every match. Mikautadze has shown that he does not deflate in the face of adversity but grows, and this is a quality of a champion, a trait that is valued above all in our philosophy. Our club, with its mastery and unparalleled vision to detect these golden opportunities in the market, knows that this is the precise moment to act. With Olympique Lyonnais forced to part with important assets to offset its complicated economic situation, everything indicates that the future of the striker lies in leaving France. Mikautadze, who has left an indelible mark on French football with his goal-scoring instinct and associative ability, could be facing the great opportunity of his career, the definitive leap to the elite. Tottenham has indeed been very active and has been mentioned as a probable destination, but our Barça has an incomparable appeal that no other club, no matter how ambitious its project, can match. The third piece of news is a huge bombshell at Barça. Get ready, because the excitement is rising at Spotify camp. The news I bring you today is the kind that makes us vibrate with pride and confirms that our Barça is always one step ahead, seeking excellence and talent that fits our philosophy. We are talking about a major coup in the transfer market, an operation that could leave our eternal rival speechless and us, the Kules, with a smile from ear to ear. It is the possible arrival of Nico Paz at our beloved club. Yes, Kules, you heard it right. The young man, whom many will remember as a former player from the youth academy of the capital team and who has shone brightly in the Italian First Division, is within reach of Barça. And the best part is that, according to sources close to Italy, our president Joan Laporta is already firmly advancing in the conversations, and the possibilities of Nico being a key reinforcement for Hansi Flick are immense. The case of Nico Paz is fascinating and, for us, a testament to how life and football take unexpected turns. This young talent, who grew up in the youth academy of our rival and still has a contractual link with them, despite being loaned to Italy and them retaining 50% of his rights, has shown exceptional quality under the guidance of a legend like Cesc Fabregas in the demanding Serie A. Nico has exploded, showing maturity, game vision, and offensive ability that have propelled him onto the radar of major European clubs. But here's the key. What makes him so special for us is that the player does not want to return to the Santiago Bernabéu. His will is clear, his gaze is turned towards a new destination, and this decision opens wide the doors for Barça. The contractual situation, although it seems complicated, plays in our favor. Although the capital club still owns a percentage of his rights, the decision-making power over Nico's immediate future is in the hands of the Italian club, and this, Kules, is an opportunity window that Joan Laporta will not let pass. The possible arrival of Nico Paz at Barça is not a whim. It is a strategic necessity and a smart move that fits perfectly with the philosophy of our club and, above all, with the vision of our new coach, Hansi Flick. Our style of play, based on possession, associative play, creativity in midfield, and high pressing, requires footballers with refined technique and superior tactical intelligence, and Nico Paz, based on what he has shown in Italy, fully meets these requirements. We are talking about a midfielder with exquisite technique, capable of handling both profiles with ease, giving him tremendous versatility. His game vision is enviable. He is one of those players who see the pass before anyone else, capable of disarming defenses with a single transmission. Additionally, his ability to arrive from the second line and his powerful shot on goal make him a constant threat in front of the goal. In a team that seeks to dominate and needs offensive solutions from the midfield, Nico would be an invaluable asset. Flick, known for his dynamic and offensive football, would find in Paz a footballer capable of adapting to different roles in midfield, contributing both in creation and finishing. His ability to break lines, generate danger in the final third of the field, and combine with the fluidity we love makes him a very special player. His time in Serie A tactically very demanding league, has given him a maturity that prepares him for the challenge of playing at Barça. He is not just a talent, he is a footballer already tested in the elite. In modern football, the player's will is a determining factor, sometimes the most important, and in the case of Nico Paz, this will is a true sesame to Barça. His expressed desire not to return to the capital entity, despite his contractual ties, is an unequivocal signal that he is seeking a new project, a place where he can grow and shine. He is not a footballer who moves solely for economic reasons. He is a player who seeks glory, dreams of lifting great trophies, and knows that at Barça, he will find the ideal environment for that. The appeal of our style, our history, and our fans is undeniable for any footballer who loves beautiful play. The fact that the decision-making power is in the hands of the Italian club and not the capital club is a very favorable situation for us. This means that if Barça reaches an agreement with the Serie A club, the capital entity will not have the final say, despite retaining 50% of the economic rights. This contractual particularity is a true blessing for our interests, a window that Laporta and his team know how to exploit with mastery. The experience and negotiating skill of our president are crucial in this type of complex operation. The possible arrival of Nico Paz at Barça is a move that transcends the simple sporting aspect. It is a strategic transfer that strengthens our squad with exceptional, young talent and enormous potential, but it also has a special flavor due to the circumstances surrounding it. It would be a statement, a demonstration of our ability to attract the best talents, even those who, by the twists of fate or personal decisions, choose a path different from the one that seemed predestined. This transfer would confirm our club's commitment to technical quality, youth, and intelligence in midfield, pillars of our identity. Furthermore, it would add a new tool to Hansi Flick, who would have a versatile and very offensive footballer, allowing him to vary schemes and surprise opponents. The integration of Nico into our dressing room would be smooth, given his mentality and playing style, which would perfectly adapt to our footballers. His presence in the team would generate renewed enthusiasm among the supporters, who always appreciate seeing hungry players who identify with the essence of the football we defend. At a time when we are looking for quality reinforcements that do not excessively compromise our finances, the contractual situation of Nico Paz, where the capital club does not have the final say, allows us to negotiate with more freedom with the Italian club. Now, Blaugrana family, I would like to hear your voice, your passion. What do you think about the news that Nico Paz is so close to our Barça and that Hansi Flick has expressly requested him? Do you think his arrival would give us that necessary leap in quality in midfield and attack? And what does it mean to you that a former youth player from our eternal rival, with a contractual link to them, chooses the Camp Nou as his destination? Supporters are the heart of this club, and your opinion is fundamental. Leave your comments and let's make this debate another reason to feel the pride of being Cules. Leave us your opinion in the comments.